Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. As we can't meet in real time today, I've prepared this video to ensure we stay on track with our lessons. I encourage you to engage with the discussion beside recorded Rene and follow along closely as I've covered some important points that will help deepen your understanding on nga topic. So I hope by the end of this, you'll gain some valuable insights that will help you in your learning journey. So take your time, listen carefully. Pwede rin ninyo 1.25 ang speed if medyo yaya kay ko makatag-explain. And feel free to reach out if you have any questions. So let's get started. This is Module 7, which is about soul making and the Da Vinci principles. So, for the topic I outline, we have three. Ju- Let's start first with the definition, serves as the introduction, and then the process of soul making, and lastly, the seven Da Vinci principles. All right. So, in this images or photos that you are seeing on my slide, what is the word that comes into your mind that you think is common? Ani nila? We have Leonardo, Michael Jackson, Afuang Od, BTS, and Kirk Flick. What common characteristic did they possess nga present pod sa uban? Come to think of it, any word na inyohang ma-associate ani. Okay, if you are thinking about the word popular, artist, known, and awarded, or they are creative, they are unsa pa man. I mean, ing ato nga mga words. Then therefore, that's correct. These artists, mga artists na sila in distinct fields nga ni-excel sila. We have Leonardo, Michael Jackson, Apawang o BTS, and Kurt Flick. So, aside sa popular sila, and they are considered an artist, let's find out first what is an artist di ay. When can we say that someone is an artist? Required ba nga popular siya? Required ba nga um, successful siya? Unsa man? What do you think? Is it limited lang ba ang ato ang definition ato nga mga criteria para makatawag ta nga ang usa ka tawo kay artist? Think. Kung saan mata kaingon? The word artist actually refers, I mean, in general perspective, we define the word artist as a person engaged in an activity related to creating art, practicing the arts, or demonstrating art. And at the same time, para nato kung tawgon kag artist, therefore you are popular, you are awarded, you are known sa kadaghanan. And number three, you are a model which contributes sa tuang cultural or um, overall aspect sa tuang society. Mao na to ang mga general definition with the word artist. The word artist has often been interpreted to mean someone who is popular, someone who has contributed much in a certain field, like in science, in medicine, in education, so on and so forth. Mao to ato ang mga general or mao to ato ang assumption na kung ingon tag artist mao dayon atong isulti nga dapat on siya sikat, dapat na siya na contribute, so on and so forth. Okay? But if we can think further of someone who has written or composed something nga original, dili man require nga popular ta, di man require nga kanang unknown ka sa kadaghanan para makonsider ka og artist. And that is a thing that we will discover throughout this module. Okay? But first, let me ask, are you an artist? Para nimo, are you an artist? Do you think you are an artist? If is it really exclusive lang ato nga definition kung maingon ta og artist? If dili, para nimo muuyon ba ka nga you are considered an artist? I-check daw imong kaugalingon. Muuyon ba ka nga imong silingan imong classmate, imong mga kaila kay artist na sila? Or let me rephrase the question, when does one become an artist? Kanus aman ta kaingon nga ang usa ka tawo kay matawag siya nga artist. Kanus aman ta makaingon ana, unsa man ato ang mga considerations to take note para ang usa ka tawo matawag og artist. Okay? So our tendency would be to look for models whose contributions sa tuang society kay bugat. We tend to refer someone as an artist if they are popular, if they are into painting, drawing, dancing, performing, so on and so forth. Makaingon tang artist if naa sila ato nga criteria. But in this module, it believe, or in arts appreciation's perspective, um, we are considered an artist on our own way. But it's just that we need first to undergo the process of soul making. So, what is soul making? It is derived from the word making, sorry, with the Greek word peo, which means to be the author or maker. So, ikaw ang ga-create. Soul maker is someone who has created something unique or worthwhile through his intelligence. Mao ni ang tawag nimo kay soul maker, or other term for the artist. Kung maingon kag soul is it does not mean imong kaluluwa. It refers to your own self, or yung inner self, yung inner thoughts, yung inner feelings, so on and so forth. Mao na ang gi-refer sa word nga soul. So soul maker is someone nga nag-create og something nga unique, which is dili minalik. It is original. Someone that creates something nga worthwhile. Kung ingon kag worthwhile, parehaan na mo palit ka sa tindahan. Makaingon ka nga worthwhile among gipalit if nakauyon ka sa mga kuan magigasto, di ka masayangan. Like lipat kag pagkaon. So nalamian ka sa pagkaon. So wala na sayang imong gigasto because worth it man ang imong paggasto anang pagkauna. That's worthwhile. Okay? And through his intelligence, so gigamitan og utok para maka-create ana nga artwork. Okay? Now, in simple terms, soul making is an art refers to the process of creating art nga kuan, that deeply expresses or reflects your inner thoughts, your feelings, and your experiences. So it's about paggamit sa art as a way for you to explore and shape your identity, your inner self, your emotion, your belief para ma para mo grow ka eh, holistically. You have this personal growth within you. Mao na need na to mo undergo og soul making process. Soul making is a process wherein magninay-nilay ka, mag-reflect ka sa imong kaugalingon, mag-meditate ka, mag-assess or mag-analyze ka sa imong kaugalingon kung asa na ba ko, paduol na ba ko sa akong goal or layo pa, what went wrong, am I still in the right track, ay nga na, or you will seek, or it is the process wherein nimong i-reflect unsa jud akong gusto sa kinabuhi, asa jud ko maayo, unsa jud akong skills, unsa man ako ang talent, unsa man ako ang purpose. That is the soul making process. Imong kuan gani ngita ka og tubag sa mga questions nga ikaw ra pud ang makatubag nga questions bahin sa imuhang kaugalingon isip usa ka tawo. So in relation to art, soul making is the process imong buhaton wherein imong i-discover imong kaugalingon if unsa nga skills or talent na imong pwedeng i-develop para mahimo kang usa ka successful nga artist. Okay? Soul making, again, it refers to the process of developing or enriching the soul or the deeper aspects sa imuhang pagkatao. It involves personal growth, self-discovery, and cultivating values and virtues that shape one's inner life. So it means soul making is about connecting to your deepest nature. Kung moingon kag deepest nature, ang pinaka-ikaw nga naa sa na anang lawasa. Okay? Soul making is communicating deeply with the inner realm or your own interest, being fully awake and aware by your inner self. So, para makaibaw ka, para ma-discover ni mong kaugaling, ma-discover ni mong skills, imong talent, imong anything nga potential sa imuha, you need to do the soul making process in a way nga you need to know more about yourself. You need to understand more about yourself. You need to evaluate yourself and you need to learn from your everyday experience. Okay? So basically, the first thing that you need to do para ma-discover nimo o ma-ilhan pa nimo og maayo imong kagalingon is you need to reflect. It means mag-analyze ka, mag like pre na mga maghinuktok nga moments, maghunahuna ka, um, mag-meditate. You need to check on yourself. You need to do some assessments sa mong kagalingon. Asa ko malipay? Asa ko maayo? Asa ko medyo weak? Asa ako ang strength? Areas that I am strong. I am confident. That is the first step that you can do. And now, if you already answered that question after nimo kuan mag-reflect, then you can do some experimentation. That's the second step. Mag-experiment ka. You need to explore more things. You need to experience a lot of things. You need to go out from your comfort zone para na ang kay option. Okay, let's just say, kanang mahadlok ka mo try sa mga butang wa pa nimo na try sa una. How will you know that you are good at dancing? You might be good in acting or in parkour ay nga na. So unsa man pagkahibaw kung dili nimo i-try. So you need to assess yourself and then kuan ka mubuhat ka mga experimentation mo, explore ka para daghan ka og options. And if you already experience a lot of those, then you have a lot of options to choose from kung asa ka paminaw nimo maayo ka. And then mao na imong buhaton imo nang focus na ang usa ka aspect na mao'y imong i-develop further para mahimo kang successful. Okay? Para mahimo kang successful, dili kang magpabilin na potential artist lang. As stated here, we are all potential artists. Kung maingon tag potential, na ay puruhan, na ay chance, na ay possibility mahimong artist. But potential naman, wala man siya ingon na successful. So if you do not develop, if you don't discover your inner self, how will you develop yourself? Okay? Magpabilin lang ka nga potential, puros lang pabilin ka nga puruhan lang, dili ka maingon o matawag nga successful since you did not develop yourself, the artist within you. Okay? So the intention of soul making is to develop the artist in us. Like iyang i-awaken ang art nga naa sa tuang kaugalingon that has been stagnant or undeveloped for numerous years. Ang natulog nimo or nakatago nga skills dapat imo na nang pukawon, imo na nang i-discover, ayon na ipabilin nga hidden lang para di ka mapabiling potential ra nga artist. Okay? So it means that someone can be considered an artist if and only if you will discover yourself. You will go out from your comfort zone and develop that artist within you. You just need to engage in a creative process to express your idea, your emotion, your perspective, in any platforms and any form of art, whether it's visual art, music, dancing, writing, or anything. So because if you'll be able to discover yourself and you know you're good at it, then there's no problem for you to excel na to be a successful artist. Okay, I hope you got the point. So let's proceed to the next slide. But I just want also to reiterate, I just want to emphasize na dili tanan natong gibang buhat, dili tanan nato ang gibang produce kay matawag og work of art. Not everything that is done by an individual can be considered a work of art. So dili porket na kay namugna dira nga ang painting or composition or choreography, you are already an artist. There are still some considerations to take note of para matawag ka nga artist and also imong output as a work of art. Okay? Just because someone creates something, whether good or bad, it doesn't mean automatic tawag nimo kay artist na. Ang tinuod nga artist or tinuod nga soul maker is someone nga mo gamit sa iyahang number one, intelligence. There is intelligence na gigamit when you are making something. You need to use your brain. You need to make use of your brain cells. That's intelligence. Second, it must be unique. Among gibuhat, dili kinupya. That's original, that's authentic, that's unique. And the third thing, it should be worthwhile. And the fourth one, it is good. We can say that an artwork is considered worthwhile and good when it meets certain criteria. Like, ang art nimo is worthwhile if kanang ang if ang nagpalit or ang nagtanaw ang audience, the viewers ana nga artwork kay mura sila kuan gani naa sila ma-learn something out from your output, dili lang kay pang display lang for the char lang, para tsada lang. They need to come up with an idea, naa sila makatunan, naa sila ma-enlighten sila, naa sila ma-realize something out from your work that is worthwhile. Now, when we say good, it means it contributes some things ato ang society. It contributes positively sa ato ang society para mo address og important issues or like kanang mahimo sayang kuan gani pamaagi para mas ma-develop baron ato ang medicine, mas ma-develop ato ang means of education, so on and so forth. Mao na ang upat ka consideration para ang imong output, ang imong gimugna, ma-consider as a work of art. And you will be called as well as an artist. Okay? That's it for this soul making. Let's proceed to the last part of our topic, which is about last part of our module, which is about the seven Da Vinci principles. So basically, these are principles formulated by Leonardo da Vinci. So there is an interesting book entitled The Book of Genius by Tony Buzan and Raymond Keane. So sila ang author ani nga libro. According to these authors, ilang dimension ang top 10 nga mga genius, the world's greatest genius sa tibuok kalibutan. Ang rank 9 o rank 10 si Albert Einstein, rank 9 si Phileas, rank 8 si Alexander the Great, rank 7 si Thomas Jefferson, rank 6 si Sir Isaac Newton, rank 5 si Michelangelo, rank 4 si Johann Wolfgang, rank 3 si rank 3 ang katong mga gamugna gani sa pyramid, the Great Pyramid Builders. Rank 2 or top 2 si William Shakespeare, and ang pinaka numero 1 si Leonardo da Vinci. So nga naman kaha gibutang si Leonardo da Vinci sa pinaka top? It is because um, He is a man of many talents. He is a polymath. He is someone very genius and very talented. He mastered the combination of science and art. If you are familiar sa iyang mga output no or sa iyang mga works of art, then you will understand why siya ang naa sa rank 1 as the world's greatest genius. If you are familiar with the Vitruvian Man, katong drawing nga ning ana ay human figure and then na ay mga asa nagdupang lalaki and then na ay something I cannot explain it further, but if you could check that on Google, search lang Vitruvian, Vitruvian Man. So the drawing is a beautiful and detailed sketch sa a human figure. So there is science in it nga gi-incorporate ni Da Vinci because it represents the study of human anatomy and proportions. Diba? So naay science and art. Example sad is The Last Supper. The famous painting is a masterful composition of perspective, emotion, and storytelling. But ang science ana is naa gani siya gi-incorporate nga linear perspective to create a realistic depth in the room. And if you could also observe the fingers, kung asa gi-point out sa mga apostles, ilang mga tudlo, naa siya ay mapurma nga mga notes, musical notes, nga if imuhang usahon, makakompose ka og kanta. I'm not sure unsa nga title sa kanta, imuhang pwede makompose out to, but you can check that as well on Google. Even sa Mona Lisa, there is science in it. Like, kapatong effect gani nga, bisag nilakaw na kawal palayo, murag yapon siya nitanaw nimo. But I cannot explain what's the science behind it. It is just so magical or kuan kaayo ang iyang talent. Mao nang siya ang rank 1. Okay? Now, going back, with regards to his 7 division principles, para niya, these are the according niya, if you want to emulate or ganahan ka maparihan niya, you need to follow the 7 principles na iyang gi-formulate or as he said, these are the things daw na iyang ginabuhat maong nahimo siyang successful nga artist. Okay? It actually, these 7 division principles, it open up new channels of creativity, intellect, and passion in your life if imo na siya i-follow. And it is viewed as a helpful instrument for personal growth and development in terms of soul making. Okay? So let's have number 1. Curiosita or curiosity. It is the insatiable curiosity and thirst for learning. So as we all know, curiosity is at the heart of learning. You need to look for ways to improve, to learn, to educate yourself, so on and so forth. So learning starts with a sense of wonder. Dili man ka makaton kung in the first place wala kay interest na may bawaan ng butanga. So para mahimo ka knowledgeable nga tao, you need to have this insatiable thirst of learning. Dapat you are hungry all the time of knowledge. Okay? So the artist never stops going over his finished work. He dapat curious siya all the time. He needs to look for ways to improve. He needs to look for ways to learn something. That's curiosity. Okay? Or curiosita. Second is demonstration, or in English, that's demonstration. It is to test knowledge via practical experience. If you already have the knowledge, to make sure or to evaluate to assess that knowledge, you need to apply that by yourself. Imong gamiton ang knowledge para mo lihok ka. Because learning happens when knowledge meets experience, meets reflection. Okay, how will you know nga sakto imo ang nasabtan if dili nimo i-check nga tinuoday na? Like, let's just say mauna ang mong naibawaan is 1 plus 1 is equals to 3. Mauna mong naibawaan. But if ikaw na ang mo apply ana sa imong kaugalingon, you will discover nga sayop tayo akong understanding. So there is a reflection with your experience para makorek ang imuhang knowledge. Di lang kay puros knowledge lang ka. You need also to assess if your understanding is still correct or na-align ba. Okay? That's demonstration. You need to expose yourself sa world outside your room or sa inyong balay para to test if imuhang na-understood is still correct or applicable para na kay ma-realize something which serves as your input na bag-o na pod na makatunan. Third, we have the sensation or sensation. It is constantly sharpening the senses. So in this principle, it requires developing our sensory awareness since we have the sense of sight, sound, smell, or hearing, smell, taste, and touch. It requires us to invest in developing our mindfulness as a tool to sharpen our senses. Like as we all know, na may ano, it is, I think, most of you siguro ing ani nga, or as an average person, I think we tend to look without seeing, listen without hearing, touches without feeling, eats without tasting, or even move without physical awareness. Gatanaw ka, but you did not see. Naminaw ka, pero wala ni mo gisabot. Imong gihika pero wa nimo gi-feel. So that is why the third principle encourage us that we need to understand things more deeply by using our five senses. Imong i-maximize ang imuhang five senses para ma-absorb nimo ang true meaning sa mga butang-butang. Like, kung sa imuhang naminaw, imo ra ipatapaw, how will you understand nga mao din ni akong pangsulti karon kay imo rang ipalapas mo pikas tunggan. Okay? We need to observe what we observe and we live according to what we absorb. That is sensation. Now, with regards to sfumato, this is openness to mysterious. It means being comfortable with ambiguity. Ambiguity means the unknown, the uncertainty, mga wala pa nahibawan, the unexpected events. That's ambiguity. Being comfortable or to embrace ambiguity is that you need to learn to confront the unknown. You need to embrace mystery. You need to fuel yourself in dealing with challenges nga mokalitlag kay tabo sa imong kinabuhi. It is very inevitable nga naaman yung mga sudden events no nga wa taga expect. So you need to strengthen yourself. Di ka dapat mahadlok, di ka dapat mahilak, di ka dapat ma-depress or ma-back out. You need to deal the problem and face it. That's sfumato. The fifth one, we have arte and ciencia, or arts and science. Science. It is to develop balance between logical and creative thinking. Arts and science is the idea of balancing creativity, which is art, with logical thinking, which is science. It means imong i-combine imong imagination with careful observation, analysis, and reasoning to create something both beautiful and functional. In simple terms, it's about using your creative side and your logical side to solve problems or make something new. Okay, as according to the Nobel Prize winning research, I forgot the title, ato ang utok daw na ay duha ka dominant hemisphere, the left brain and the right brain. Ang left brain, mauna siya ang inclined towards logical thinking. Mauna mga bright ug math. Wherein, mas kuan gani sa, they're into the process, they're into analytics. Ang mga tao nga mas dominant ang ilahang left brain. But napoy ubang tao nga mas dominant ang ilahang right brain. So that is the imaginative and creative side sa the imaginative and creative thinking nga part sa tuong brain. Now, if ang ikaw imong i-emphasize lang is more on logical, so therefore you are na kay part nga di ka kabaw how to imagine things, di ka kabaw how to be creative, you are not emotional enough or sympathetic enough sa mga situations since you are into logical things, practical kay ka nga pagkatao, so which is somehow negative. And if puros lang ka creative, then you di ka kasabot dayon sa mga logical things. You cannot be rational enough since imo ipatigbabaw ang imong mga idea, imong imaginations, ang imong emotions, so on and so forth. So in this principle, number 5, there is a balance between the two. There should be a science and arts sa imong pangutok. You need to balance this two para walay mo patigbabaw, walay mo paubos, balance ra ang duha. Because if you have this balanced personality, then you can value both the science and the arts. Okay? And corporaleta, the second to the last, it is in English that is cultivating mental and physical fitness or corporation. It is poise between body and mind. In simple terms, this principle emphasizes that you need to take care of your body through physical exercise or good or healthy diet because a healthy mind lives in a healthy body. Ang saon man na imuhang pagka-bright, saon man na imuhang pagkautukan, saon man na imuhang mga ideas nga nindot kayo kung wala na kay lawas, kung kamatyunon na ka. Ang saon man na nimo, saon man na imuhang utok, kung maglisod na kag ginhawa, saon man na imong utok, kung wala na kay important parts sa mong lawas to put into action your ideas nga sa mong utok. So therefore, you need to take care of your body. Ayaw pasagdiin mo ko galingon kay why mo atiman nimo. Okay? And the last one, we have connection or connection. It is maintaining a big picture perspective wherein imuhang panglantaw sa mga butang-butang ani sa kalibutan kay holistic pang overall nga view. You need to develop a holistic view wherein you need to think of systems nga ang tanang butang ani sa kalibutan na adunay connection, na anay meaning, na ana sila relationship. Kumpara nimo wa kay paki kung naay gubat sa laing nasod, but the real thing is na ana siya impact nimo if you are employing the connection nga principle. You will understand nga if naay gubat maapektuhan ka, kay if naay gubat mo taas walay mahinay ang supply sa oil. If mahinay, mahal ang presyo. If mahal ang presyo, di na ka-afford ang mga drivers. If di na ka-afford ang drivers, walay mamasada. Kung walay mamasada, wa kay masakyan. Kung wa kay masakyan, di ka kaabot sa atuan. Ya, kung maglakaw ka, malate ka. Kung malate ka, minus. Kung ga minus ka, first, sige na kagka-late, gamay imo ang grado, maapektuhan ka as usa ka estudyante. So, therefore, we need to understand that everything is connected aning kalibutana. Connection means to foster connections between people, disciplines, ideas, events, or anything. It has connection and somehow naa siya impact towards you. That is connection again. Okay? And that is the end of our module 7. Hope you learned something. Mabuo ra kayo. And by next meeting, hopefully wala na event to na mo interrupt sa atong class schedule. We'll proceed na to module 8. But for now, let's have first a little assessment or evaluation. As you all know, no? Di man pwede nga knowledge ng tapuros. We need also to assess ourselves. So kindly scan this QR code and it will open the Google form. Ayaw i-share sa mga tao nga wala pa ka-access sa video. Then it's your it's your loss. I mean, it's their loss. Nga, although they were able to answer and submit this form, but still, the knowledge or the input, wala sila nakatunan. So, it's their loss. It's all up to you na lang. As long as you know to yourself nga kuan na kay nakatunan, then it's good. It's all about your prinsipyo na nandiyon as usa ka estudyante. Since I cannot control all of you guys, but for now, let's proceed. This is identification. Number one, it is a principle that encourages you to seek new knowledge and explore your interests. You may pause the video if you want, but let me move on to the next slide. Number two, this principle is about recognizing patterns and linking different ideas together to create new insight. And number three, combine imagination with analysis. This is the combination sa imong imagination and imong analysis sa side. Number four, this principle is about learning from experience and testing your ideas instead of just accepting things as true. It encourages experimentation and learning from mistakes. Asa man ka na nga principle? Number five, it helps you experience life more fully and notice details others might miss. Number six, it's about keeping an open mind and not rushing to conclusions. Asa man ni nga principle? Number seven, it promotes a balanced personality. It promotes balanced personality. And number eight, unsa man ni siya? It is the Greek word for making. Number nine, this principle emphasizes taking care of your body through physical exercise and good health as it helps fuel creativity and mental sharpness. Number 10, cite one example where you can do soul making. Unsa man to? Ako nang gi-mention kaniha. Number 11, true or false? We are all successful artists. And last number, true or false? To be an artist is to be popular. Is that true or false? And that ends our Module 7. Thank you for listening. Don't hesitate to ask any questions if you do have any concerns, and goodbye.